What's up, everyone? This is Kevin Meadows, and this is Invest With Me. I hope you all had a good weekend. I know I did, and I am super excited for football season. There were a few picks over the weekend, so let's take a look at them and see what they have. And our first pick comes from Yahoo Finance, and it's ABNB. And I know for myself, when I'm using Airbnb and I'm on vacation, I can get crazy sometimes. You know what I mean? All right, let's take a look and see what they have. All right, when we look at Friday's chart, we see that it started off in the green, but throughout the day, it went down in the red. And that was just mainly because of some of the news when it comes to how people are feeling when it comes to this virus. So that did shake up the market a little bit. When we look at the 1 month chart, we do see that it's on an uptrend right now. So that's definitely a good indication. When we go over to the 6 month chart, it is in the red throughout 6 months, but we do see growth starting from that July area onto August and September. And so that's where Yahoo Finance really sees a potential growth for it going back up to maybe that mark of 180 or 190, and if possible, that 210 mark. When we go to the year to date, we do see that it did go up to its highs of 210. And then from there, it did go down within that May area that we saw in the 6 months chart. But around that July area is when it basically went upwards. Lastly, just something for you all to just basically put in your knowledge when deciding. When it comes to the short term, mid-term, and long term, Yahoo Finance does have it at a bullish for both short and mid, and a neutral for the long term. So just something to think about, and just use it as a strategy when it comes to buying. Now, when we look at tip rank, we do have it at a moderate buy of a high of $219, an average of $179.90, and a low of $140. And so depending on where their forecast is at and how accurate they see it, it is a potential buy. But if their forecast is correct on the low with the current price right now, you could see a potential loss. So just be careful when it comes to deciding into this stock itself. Now, when we look at Finvis, we do see this particular stock have a bounce upwards when it comes to that support line. And so far, there's not really a resistance when it comes to the stock. Now, you could draw a resistance line maybe around the 170 or the 180, but with the current price that it's at right now, if that price does reach the 170 or 180 and you do lock in right now, you do have a potential chance of some gains. When we look in Benzene and we look at the analytical rankings, they haven't done anything this month, but last month we have seen some price changes. We have some go up, and then you have some that went down. So once again, just use this as a strategy when it comes to deciding. Our next pick comes from Benzene, and we have GNLN. Now, I have been trying to figure something out to make y'all laugh when it comes to this particular stock or symbol, but I haven't found anything. So it's a little frustrating, but hey, it's whatever. Let's take a look and see. Now for Friday's chart, we do see that it did have a really good day where it increased throughout the day, which is really good. On the 1 month, we do see that it did decline a little bit in August, but from there it bounced back up throughout the half of August to September. With the 6 month, you can see that it's on a downtrend, but you are seeing that it is bouncing back up within that August to September. And with Benzene looking into it, they do see it as a potential buy. Some with the news that's been broadcast by this stock, and so by them analyzing it, and I would say with you all analyzing more of that information, you'll see that maybe this is a potential buy. But let's take a look at some more information and see. Year to date, once again, you can see that it is on a downtrend, but Benzene is basically seeing it as a potential buy with that bounce back coming mid-August to September. Now, when we look at Yahoo Finance and what they have, they do have that short term, mid-term, and long term. And so in the short term, they do see it bullish. So I would say you could potentially use that as a strategy on buying it for a little bit of time and then just basically getting out and just taking the profit from that particular stock. Now we're on tip ranks. And with tip ranks, they have it at a moderate buy. A high of $6, an average of $5.50, and a low of $5. And with this forecast and the current price, they do see this as a profitable stock to get into. But remember, this is a forecast and this is not going to guarantee where this stock is going to go. So use it as a strategy and go from there. When looking in Finvis, we do see that this stock is bouncing at that support level within that mid-August to beginning September. And if you look at the resistance line that's in purple, you do see that there's room to grow before it touches that resistance line. Now, just to remember that if it does touch that resistance line, it doesn't guarantee that this stock is going to go back down. There have been times where stocks have broken through those resistance lines. So let's just keep an eye out on this stock and see where it goes. And lastly, when we look in Benzene, the analytical rankings, we have throughout this month and last month a buy. So we have it where 3 different stocks within the last 2 months changed their prices and they made it to a buy. So they see this as a potential buy. And for you all, this could be a buy situation. Our last stock for today comes from Yahoo Finance, and we have PAA. And I'm not talking about Playground Appreciation Association. That's something totally different. Ooh, I know that hurt. All right, let's take a look and see what they have. When looking at Friday's chart, we do see that it was green throughout the day, but with the market news, it did get hit a little bit, but it stayed in the green. Within 1 month, it is in the red. You did have that downtrend throughout August, but you can see from there, it bounced back up from that low 910 area to now it being around 967. Within 6 months, we do see that it did have a really good spike in May, but it went down throughout June to August. But we do see an upside from that mid-August to September for 6 months. And then year to date, once again, it was at a high of 1050, went back down, And so you see it going up and down and then hitting a good spike around that 1238 mark, and then it's going back down. So hopefully with some good news and Yahoo Finance providing more information on news that could potentially see this stock at a rise of $10 or $10.50, or even hopefully that $12 mark. When we look at tip ranks, we do have it at a strong buy. And with the forecast that they have it at a high of $14, an average of $13.58, and a low of $13. And so if their forecast is correct and you get in now, bravo to you all if this forecast comes true, because you're definitely going to sit on some really good profit. When we look at Finvis, we do see that it did bounce off that support level around that mid-August area that we've been talking about earlier. And so right now, it's just basically seeing where this stock can go. You could put a resistance line around that $10 mark or around that $10.50 mark. But with the price that it's at right now, there's still a good chance of getting some gains in before it reaches those resistance. When looking into Benzene, we haven't had any changes since July. But within July, June, and throughout, we have it to where we have some buys, some overweights, equal weight, and buys. Now with this, they do see it at a buy situation. But be careful, use this as a strategy, and before making the When looking into Benzene, looking at the analytical rankings, we don't have anything in the month of September or August. We do have some information in July, June, and throughout. But within those current periods, we do see it at an upgrade, a maintain, and basically maintain until around May. But with staying with the current information, we do see this as a buy situation, especially with their price target and what the price is actually at right now. If you're wanting more information on the stocks and picks, link will be in the description. Hopefully some of these picks will be beneficial for you. I want to say thank you for watching, and if you like the content, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it a lot. And if you need anything from me, please let me know. I'm here to help. You all have a good day. Bye.